Ask an average golfer how far they hit a 7-iron, and they will likely give you a clean, confident number, say 135 meters. It sounds solid, but in real-world conditions, that same ball often plummets short of the target. This gap between expectation and reality comes from the illusion of knowing. Most players base their yardages on a single, perfectly struck shot from a day with perfect weather. They repeat that number until it becomes an identity, even though that specific shot only exists in a theoretical vacuum. Golf is played in a chaotic environment. Every shot is dictated by a set of physical variables: the current altitude, the air temperature, the wind speed, and the quality of the lie. Ignoring these factors creates a subtle internal conflict. You stand over the ball wondering if you should swing harder or if you have enough club. That split second of hesitation leads to the micro adjustments that ruin a clean strike. True accuracy is difficult to achieve when the strategy relies on a best-case scenario. When the foundation is built on a player's ego rather than environmental data, the results will always be inconsistent. Finding your real distances requires a scientific approach. You start on an empty range with a control variable, a box of identical, highly visible pink golf balls. The protocol is strict. Hit exactly 10 balls from the same spot with a single club to establish a workable sample size. To find the truth, discard the outliers. Toss out the shortest miss hit and the longest shot you usually use to define yourself. Averaging the remaining 8 shots gives you the true carry distance for that club. This represents your actual baseline performance. This average serves as the essential baseline. It is the first data point required to begin mapping out how your distances will shift when the environment changes. By expanding that testing across temperatures and altitudes, you build a comprehensive distance chart. This document replaces guesswork with engineering. Notice the temperature columns for the 7-iron. At 10 degrees Celsius, the ball carries 160 meters. At 34 degrees, it carries 166 meters. This happens because cold air is denser. It creates a physical wall of particles that increases drag. In warmer weather, the air particles are more spread out, allowing the ball to move through the atmosphere with less resistance. Trajectory also changes the math. A low-launch 0-900 trajectory reduces the 7-iron distance significantly, down to between 142 and 137 meters. Aerodynamics even account for the lie. Mud on the left side of the ball creates asymmetrical drag, forcing the flight path to curve oppositely. Pinpoint accuracy requires accounting for a dynamic physics equation that changes with every degree of temperature and every ounce of wind resistance. An elite player arrives at the tee box armed with these adjustments. They aren't guessing based on a feeling. They are checking the conditions against their chart. Settling the numbers before the swing removes the need to negotiate. When the club choice is backed by evidence, the player can focus entirely on execution, rather than second-guessing the distance mid-swing. Modern tools and basic AI allow for even more precision. You can pre-calculate these charts for extreme shifts, like the increased carry you'll see when playing at an elevation of 4,000 feet. This process is simple, yet very few golfers follow it. It requires the discipline to stop relying on belief and start collecting evidence. To reach a higher level of play, you have to let go of the memory of your best swing. Carry the evidence of your average swing in your pocket and use the data to navigate the course.